Hello, guys. Happy Easter Monday. This is Ian coming at you across the interwebs here. I am announcing a couple of things. One is that I'm creating videos again. I'm excited for this new push in the coming weeks and months. So I'm going to be putting out videos onto a number of platforms. I'm excited about that. The second thing is the topic that I'm going to be covering in all of these, which we can call the path to I am. So to really cover, before jumping into all of this and covering the reason for me getting into this. So in the coaching and consulting that I do, I have a real inside out approach to how I help people. What I found is, and this lines up with my interests as well, but what I found is that the biggest differences I could see in people, in their results, in their lives, in business, and as well in dating and health and so on, the biggest changes I have consistently seen with the work I've done with people have been from the inside out. So when a person makes changes from within and they change how they relate to their moment-to-moment experience, the kind of the mirror of reality, so to speak, reflects back often instantaneous changes in that person's life. So I've seen this with clients that I've had find their dream partner and get married when they had a sense that no sense that that was going to happen for them. Increasing quality of business, having an improved self-image, greater life satisfaction, etc. So these are a few of the changes I've seen. And really boiling it down, the key in all of these shifts has been something that actually ties into one area of study that I have in Christian mysticism, interestingly. In the book of Exodus, there's a passage in which God is speaking to Moses in the Old Testament, and he says, "And my name is I am that I am. And so you can go to the people of Israel and tell them that I am has sent you." And so this is a really interesting verse, and I'm not one to speak on religion or anything like that, but the application is in some of these different practices that I've studied, I've seen relate back directly to some of the biggest changes in my clients. And so I've studied neurolinguistic programming, I've studied Buddhism and meditation, I've studied Hindu traditions, hypnotism, you name it. I mean, I've studied everything under the sun for changing the mind, to change our lives. And this practice that I'm going to be outlining, that's so simple it doesn't even really feel like a practice, is really kind of the culmination of the last 12 years of study for me, and really just makes a difference. So this is the path of I am. And so the basic principle of it is this. If I was to, the analogy I often use with people, if I was to say that your life is a wheel that's always spinning, so picture a bicycle tire that's always spinning. Depending on where you're placing your focus, 99.9% of people have their focus in one of the spokes. So there's the center of the wheel, and then there's the spokes, and then there's the tire. And so somewhere within the realm of our lives, we have our focus. And so most people, they have it on external things. I need to get money. I need to get the job. I need to get the soulmate, the ideal physique, the this, the that, the friend group. And because of that external focus, we could say that the focus is on one of the spokes in the wheel. And when you have your focus on the spokes, you're getting flung around all the time, all the time, all the time. You don't have equilibrium. And so the way that this can really manifest is that you don't have a center, you don't have an equilibrium. And so essentially, long story short, the way of having that center, having that equilibrium, and actually getting to show up as your real self or your ideal self is to return to what we call the I am. So it is the simple affirmation, I am. It's not asserting anything. It's not saying I am this. It's not saying I am that. It's returning to I am, or I am that I am. I know that I know, right? And by returning to this, the funny thing is, the person in question that starts to do this and starts to experience the switch in their consciousness, they start behaving differently. They start behaving as the ideal person. So I've seen this, and I've worked with clients in many different ways in the past, but this is essentially the switch that occurs, is they return to their center and they get acquainted with their center. And the stuff that can happen is really interesting. But essentially, when you're in your center, you feel as though you've achieved everything already that you're setting out to achieve when you're in your I am. Okay. And so this may seem like a very esoteric concept at first, but there's a reason why I'm going to be devoting a whole channel to it, a whole YouTube channel. That's why I'm going to be posting this on my socials, because it's such a simple switch that no one makes it often. Very few people make it, but when you do, it's huge. Yeah. So, yes, so this is the path to I am, and this is what I'm going to be outlining to all of you in the coming days, weeks, months, etc. Is how exactly can we develop an understanding of this so that, one, you can make the switch and you can understand this simple, subtle difference of returning home to yourself. That's really what this is. And two, once that switch is made, how can you just continue to deepen that understanding and just watch all of the interesting things occur in your life? Because from this place of I am, I feel every day that I've climbed all the mountaintops and I'm just enjoying the journey. And it really, there's nothing quite like it. And this does not require meditation practice. It does not require this. It does not require that. It just requires being able to get it and have it click. And then just having a simple practice of returning again and again to it and staying in it. And returning and staying in it and returning to it and staying in it. And just watching how it changes us. So anyway, so I'm Ian McMinn. I hope you've enjoyed this. This is a very interesting topic. It's so simple, no one gets it. No one talks about it. But I'm looking forward to getting to share more about it, have it click for you, and have you write to me saying, oh my God, my life is changing. Anyway, guys, I hope you have a great day. Happy Easter Monday. And we'll talk again soon.